Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Friday! As you can see, we're back in the Iktar rainforest for some more adventures with our dear gekkotai, and I just realized I don't have a token for karma yet.
Whoops.
Yep, also, new overlay. Also, no camera, because my anxieties are being an...
Asshole.
yeah,
Being an asshole.
yeah. I was going for something more colorful, but let's go with asshole. Um,
Also, apologize if I sound a little rough. I just inhaled a fly, so I am trying to deal with that right now.
oh, Terris, if you look at your thing in the chat, you'll see something.
Hmm?
Your chat icons.
My chat icon? Flip. What is that?
That is a
Oh,
artist dedication because you make some of our emotes.
I am shiny now.
Yup. I mean, Frimlin's already shiny, but let me see if I can find a token for... That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Today we are trying out a new virtual tabletop. Well, new for me. It has been around for like 2 years now. It's called Above VTT, and it is a plugin or extension for Chrome and Firefox that links directly to D&D Beyond.
It looks pretty cool.
It is very cool. Let me see if I can find Chameleon. No. Why are there no Chameleon tokens? We're going to go with a... I should have done this before we started this.
That's okay.
Let's go with a lizard folk for now.
Do we need to summon one?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go for a lizard folk for now. And for next week, I am going to actually have a proper token for karma. But yeah, we are going to be, from now on, we are going to be using Above VTT because I love it so far. The music at the start is by Alexander Nakarada. And the music you're going to be hearing during play is by Sirenscape. And they're, well, again, new for me. Tropical jungle sound pack thing that I just bought.
Though soon we may have a surprise.
Yes, surprises are coming. And also, I can actually announce this because we have set a date and time for it. At the end of June, I think it was June 29th we decided on. It's a Wednesday, I know that much. Yes, June 29th at 1 p.m. Central European Time, we are going to be running a Curse of Strahd sexy parody. And for the Trevor Project. It's going to be a fundraiser with some amazing players in there. One player that people have yet to meet, that he has never played live before. One player that people would know from somewhere else. And some familiar faces. But stay tuned for that because it's going to be epic. Speaking of the Trevor Project, on June 1st there is going to be a month-long fundraiser for the Trevor Project that will, well, it will start then. And if you type in !perks in any of the D&D games I run, you will see a list of things you can expose the poor players to. During the month of June, all of those donations will go directly to the Trevor Project. I am also going to do something real quick because I just realized I probably haven't disabled something, which would be bad.
Sound
It's
alerts.
yeah. It apparently it's disabled already. I must have done that last time. Lenny,
Wrong
Lenny.
character.
Yeah, wrong character. Anyway, before we sidetrack too much, but yeah, you can find a list of perks you can give to the players in any of my D&D games, or to me. There's a dollar amount, but also a channel point amount for each of the perks, and that is your way of affecting the story and participating in the game. Another thing that is going to happen is that the overlay is going to change a slight bit between games, so keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah.
You can already tell it has changed since last time because I made a better one. But yeah, before I ramble on too much into nowhere, let's get a short recap of what happened last time.
Right. Frimlin had a little argument with some monkeys who had stolen his pipes. Then he, after rescuing said pipes and I believe playing a song for the monkeys to appease them, went to talk to Cricket, an elderly gekkotai, about a job, which was to go to the trading area of the swamp and deal with whatever was harassing the traders there, which we found out was an animated statue, which nearly squished out his life, but he did manage, with the help of his Chameleon friend, to destroy it. And then he decided to take a nap before going back to tell Cricket that it was fixed, the situation. I believe that's what we did. Did I miss something?
Well, you decided to investigate the tracks before going
Right,
back.
investigate the tracks. Yes, that's right.
And we had to stop there because of a combination of my brain being dumb and giving me a migraine, and my brain being dumb and loading the wrong map.
Yes, that's right. Oh, and hello, climbing ninja. Ooh. Our new friend.
Yes, welcome on in, welcome on in. I do recognize that name. Why do I recognize that name? Are you on our Discord already? Maybe? Maybe? Well, welcome in. Either way, it is time for us to get started, so I will ask... Mr. Nuck, I'm gonna have to expand that a little bit on the playlist, and we're gonna try the... Now, I don't really know how loud this is. It was very loud first time I tried it, so...
Pretty sounds.
Now, can we all hear this?
I can.
Awesome. Sooner or later, we're going to get some actual... There we go. I'm bringing this one out.
Getting my drink.
Okay.
So you still have fly taste in my mouth.
And we are going to quickly move on over to... Yeah, as you wake up in the morning and you make your way across the broken bridge facing the northwest, you eventually leave the camp behind for the thicker trees, vaguely following a path leading into the jungles. The birds sing in the trees and the insects are buzzing in the warm air. A soft breeze rustles the canopy, sending petals and leaves across the damp air. Water drifts from the rainforest trees and ripples through the stagnant swamp water. Fish move under the tall roots dipping through the surface, creating rings as they come up from the shallow pools to catch insects. Now we are going to do this real quick.
Uh-oh.
Hold up a second. Why are you darker? Oh, it's just color difference on monitors. A couple of hours travel through the thick rainforest air, you arrive at the ruins. Now, quick question. Can you see the ruins?
I can see the ruins.
Cool, cool. Let's see. Okay, you cannot move your own token on there. Let me place your token. There. You arrive here. And then we're gonna have the lizard. Because I don't have a thing for karma. Gonna have a lizard folk right there. The stones have crumbled and lay strewn in a circle around a small knoll. Through the ruined walls, you see a collection of statues, both whole and broken. The entrance to the ruins faces north, and a broken-down pathway leads to it.
Oh. Oh, karma. I don't like the look of this.
It looks old.
Yes, but the statues. What if they come to life too?
You think they would move like the other one?
I don't know. Why don't you go up and lick one?
Why?
I'm obviously joking.
Oh. Funny.
Don't lick the statue. I'm... How to do it. And he's sort of racking his brain for a moment. He's just, right. He is going to... He does not have a ranged weapon. So he is going to eye one of the statues. Probably the closest one.
Yep.
And he's going to narrow his little gecko eyes at it and just go, come out and fight, you pile of rubble. And cast vicious mockery at it.
Nothing happens.
I think it's dead. Or was never alive.
They look old. That one has... Ooh!
They do.
Cricket. Not cricket.
Not cricket?
Why is cricket the only bug I can think of right now? Cicada. That's the one I was looking for.
Ooh, that was crunchy.
Oh, cicada. And Karma slowly makes... Why is it okay. I don't know. I'm gonna move him on this one. You see Karma slowly making his way over here. And his eyes just roll around, trying to aim for this cicada that is sitting on the statue's shoulder.
Oh, goodness.
And lightning fast, his tongue just darts out and slaps the cicada off the shoulder. Rubble flying everywhere as part of the shoulder just disintegrates.
Wow, if it wasn't dead before, it's definitely dead now.
And you you hear that crunchy sound of when a lizard eats bugs. Right next to you.
Frimlin's okay with this. I think Frimlin may also eat bugs just when nobody's looking.
Oh,
What's that in the center?
looks like a rock.
Hmm. You think we should investigate?
If you think so, you're the smart one.
No, I wouldn't say that. But in this case, I think we should look. And he's going to wander up and investigate this red thing because it's shiny.
Sure thing. Now let's see. I just forgot to bring up karma stats, so I had to do that. But as you get closer to this circle, did I have anything planned? You see that the red thing on the stone is a red flower that has been placed into a hole in the rock surf or rock face, and along the whole rock you also see runes carved into the surface, along with holes in each of the cardinal directions, as well as holes in between the cardinal directions. In total, there are 8 holes.
Wow. This looks like some kind of summoning or ritual circle. I don't know if I like the look of this this table, this slab of rock. But I'm wondering if it had something to do with the statue we had to dispatch.
Give me an what would that be? Arcana or investigation?
I'll go Arcana because both are the same for me. Not great. That is an 8. He
You
only
can
has
tell
plus
that
1 for
it
that.
is vaguely magical, but the runes are of a kind that you cannot read. They look weird. It's
Wow.
not something that belongs in this jungle.
Well, either this isn't my school of magic, or it's more advanced or older than I am. Well, it's obviously older than I am,
A
but
lot
older
of
than the school.
things are older than you.
Yes, you're one of them.
By 5 minutes.
Yes, you're still older.
True.
Well, it's obviously been used recently because there's a fresh flower in one of the holes. And he's going to sort of look around. Just there are 8 holes. How many statues are there?
From where you can from where you're standing, you can see 2 statues. The one you passed to get up, and one in the exact opposite direction. Your knowledge of this place or of the jungle tells you that the one you passed is in the direct south, and the one opposite is direct north. You also notice that there seems to be a tapestry caught under the northernmost statue.
He'll definitely go and investigate that then.
Yep, nice. Give me an investigation check. Or perception, that is up
Investigation.
to you.
I think I'll go perception because I've got a +3 to that one. That is a 19.
Nice. With a 19, as you walk up to this statue, something just clicks in your head, and looking up, you can see that there is a faint glow in the eyes of this statue.
Oh,
It is red tinted, not like the statue you fought, but
which had a gold tint was. I can't
was
remember
it,
the color of it.
I can't I can't remember either. I think it was either green or gold.
Right.
Yeah, no, this
Hmm.
one is
Red
red.
tint, red flower.
Yeah.
Hmm. And he's going to wander over and try to pull the flower out of the hole.
Yeah. You have no problems pulling the flower out.
And he's going to then eye the statue.
Yeah, as you lift out the flower, the glow in the eyes just go away. They fade away.
Eh. I think that this circle has something, definitely has something to do with the statue that we fought earlier.
Hmm. It would seem that way. Is that... Would he notice that, by the way?
I wonder then if different flowers have different properties on the statues.
I was... Maybe. I was thinking that this looks like one of the red ones we passed on the way. As he rolls a 10 on his wisdom check.
Hmm. Well, perhaps we find a different colored flower just to test the theory.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Uh,
Um,
yep.
yeah, Frimlin is going to look for a different colored flower.
As you look around, right across from where you're standing, you see a cluster of blue and purple flowers. Uh, Also, when you
He'll
walked up, you saw a bunch of yellow flowers.
he'll pick one of each and in turn try each one in this hole.
In the one with the red.
Yes.
Uh, as you replace the red one with each of the other ones, you nothing happens at all.
Right.
But you do know that there are 8 or 7 other holes in the stone slab. So
Right. Uh, so saying this, he'll go, and then he'll move down to the lower
okay.
hole, the one that would potentially correspond with the other big statue.
Yep.
And he's going to try each of the flowers in that hole.
Yeah. Nothing happens when you try the purple or the yellow one, but as you place the blue one, you see the statue's eyes light up with a soft blue glow.
Right. That's two. So I wonder if each of the other holes corresponds to a different color.
You look over at Karma, and he is now eating a dragonfly and not paying attention at all to you.
Right.
Karma is not that smart.
No. So, first things first, he's found two statues, right?
Yes.
Can he investigate the surrounds to see if there are any others
Yeah.
at all? Any other things that might be considered statuesque?
Yes. Absolutely. It's not hard for you to find that there are two more to the north. One of the statues has been broken by a collapsing wall. The other one seems to be perfectly fine. You also find one more statue that looks to be fine to your to the west, and then remains of other statues along the outer circle.
Um,
There's also a plinth where the it seems the statue is missing, and there's a broken one to the east as well.
so in all, including the statue that they broke, yes, last session rather.
Yeah.
Would that add up to 8?
In the inner circle, there would have been four in the direct cardinal directions, and then outside you find the remains of, well, one whole and three broken ones in the in between, so to speak.
Right.
The one to your to the northwest seems to have been moved out of the way of a broken wall.
I see. So I'm trying to decide how much of a noggin Frimlin has. He's got an intelligence of 13, so that's a little above average.
Yeah, that I would say
So
that that's
I'm counting 10 as an average.
yeah.
13 would be a little above. So I think he is going to realize that possibly animating these statues is a bad idea, and pull out the flowers. He nearly got smushed by the last one. He doesn't really want them walking about. He's just, I think we should report this to someone who know more what to do. I clearly don't mind fighting monsters and statues, but I'm not sure.
No.
This is the kind of magic I should be tinkering with.
Let's see. Now, Karma has 10 intelligence. So, would he be curious enough? That is a no. You're probably right.
At the very least, we could get a little bit more information and then come back and see what it does. But we're two rather small creatures compared to those large statues, and I'd hate for us to be snuffed out just as our lives are beginning.
My head still rings from the other one.
Oh, yes, that was a nasty wallop.
Yeah. Probably made me slower.
Oh, I'm not sure that's possible.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Frimlin's a little bit mean today.
It's completely fine.
As you said that, he has patted the chameleon. Sort of scratched him just above an eye ridge.
Aw. Yeah, you can hear like a thrumming sound from inside Karma. I'm not sure if they like. I've heard lizards make that noise, but I'm not sure if it's a
They can.
positive one.
It depends on the lizard. Uh, the former God Queen uh, never used to make happy sounds at me, or she used to do this
Mm.
hiss. So,
Maybe Grandma knows.
yeah. I think perhaps we should talk to her about this, report back, and if she wants us to come deal with the tablet or the uh, circle, uh, we can do that. But we've already stopped the threat, as far as I'm concerned.
This is true. What about the scratchings?
Oh, the runes? I'm not sure what they are.
Oh,
Um, and you said that they were uh not a language you'd understand.
it's not one. With his background, maybe he's seen them before. So give me a history check.
Yes, I have a +1 to that. That is a 6.
Uh, they look familiar, but you have no idea where they're from. Like, you could have read them in a book, you could have been something you've seen when you were younger. It's, yeah.
I don't think Frimlin has a no, he doesn't have any paper or anything, so he can't even copy these down at the moment, I don't think.
Let's see. Valinor Steed. Valin. Karma's wisdom is pretty high, so let's see if he can try to. His wisdom is pretty high, but his intelligence is average. So let's see if he can memorize these. That's a 13, so maybe?
Oh yeah. Sorry about the I guess Frimlin could try to memorize them.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
What
I
would I be rolling for that?
I'd say intelligence, maybe or intelligence or wisdom.
I rolled a 10 on intelligence.
So maybe
Maybe.
we shall see when you get back to the village if they remember what they looked like.
Yes. So what he's going to try and do is he's looking at these runes just to memorize them. Is he's going to try and think of them like constellations
Mm-hmm,
to
definitely.
try and make pictures out of them so he knows how they go when he tries to recall them later. And
Sure.
then yeah, he's going to head out, I think, to talk with Grandma Cricket about this thing that he knows nothing about.
Absolutely.
He's not the gekkotai that wants to put all the colors in order around the table and then summon a hell dimension by mistake. So
Aww.
he knows that's just his luck, and that's a thing that would probably happen, and he doesn't want to be responsible for the ultimate death of the universe.
Aw, shucks.
You were really hoping that he'd do something stupid, weren't you?
No, not really. I
Is that
have
just what you do, I heard?
plans, but no. Okay, if I want to save this, I have to add you to the combat tracker. I also love the combat tracker in this because as soon as I click add to combat tracker, it rolls initiative immediately.
I love that.
It is so convenient. It basically does the same in Fantasy Grounds, but I don't understand Fantasy Grounds, and I've tried for almost 6 months now. So,
That's fair.
but yeah, let's Yeah, you slowly make your way through the jungle back towards Bright Mallow. Give me a survival check to see how long it takes you to get back home.
Survival. That is a 7.
Despite you knowing the surroundings, you get hopelessly lost. At one junction, you thought you knew your way exactly over to where the crossroads were, but this is a region that you haven't been in that often. And suddenly the trees start looking very, very weird and not at all what you expected. Let me check something real quick. You start hearing this buzzing over your head.
No.
Let me see, where did it go? And then you start hearing this glop, glop, glop sound around you. And you suddenly realize that you have wandered straight into a nest as you see several eggs floating on the surface of the swampy area.
Okay.
You now have the choice, as when you look up, you can see the crossroads in the distance, something that looks like the crossroads, but it's still like several paces away. So you now have the choice of either running and risk breaking the eggs, or sneaking, but then you risk attracting attention from whoever laid the eggs.
And we should definitely take these eggs, shouldn't we?
That they are frog eggs, so you would be walking around with frog slime.
These frog eggs, are they like regular frog eggs, or are they like, well, they're probably monstrous, right?
They're
Large?
bigger than normal. Like you would assume that they are the animal that will come from it is of a very large variety.
Okay. Yeah, Frimlin would like to try and stealth, and probably not steal all of the eggs, but steal quite a few.
Okay.
So I'll roll my stealth check, which I have +5 to. So that's a 22. And then I'm assuming, now that I'm sort of hidden, like the sneaky gecko I am, sleight of hand would be to pinch some.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, that's less good. That's a 13.
You're very, very, very sneaky, and as you try to lift these, you feel the slimy frog eggs start falling apart around your hands. You can grasp
Yeah.
maybe 4 or 5 of them, but since they're starting to loosen up, that is lucky if you can bring all of them with you.
Valid. So, how sticky are these?
You know, pond scum, where like you have frog eggs, pond scum mixture.
Right.
So then they're not.
So, kind of slippery, slimy. Not
Yeah, they're more slimy than sticky. With your pads, your finger pad things, you manage to work against this sliminess a bit, but you can feel them like moving in your hands. Like each of the each of the frog eggs are the size of a chicken egg.
Okay. So, Frimlin would like to take like 3 or 4.
Okay.
He wants to show Grandma Cricket.
Okay, absolutely. Now we're gonna see if our dear... Why aren't you letting me add that? Okay, whatever. Let's see if our dear Karma is as stealthy. I mean, he is very dexterous.
He's a chameleon.
He is not as dexterous as you, however.
No, but he is a chameleon.
Yeah.
A karma chameleon.
Absolutely. Let's see. However, your opponents are dumb as bricks, and even with a +2 perception, don't notice either of you.
Excellent.
Because apparently giant frogs have...
No brains.
Huh?
No brains. They have no.
They have no brains, and even with an average wisdom, they did, yeah. That was a 5
Oh no.
on the perception check. So both of you managed
Oh, no.
to get through this place, and as you walk by, you see 2 giant toads or giant frogs just move lazily around.
I'm sure they won't notice a couple of eggs missing.
Not if we are quiet. And to the audience, the reason why these 2 can speak normally is because they speak telepathically. Karma doesn't actually have speech. He can understand Common, Sylvan, and one more. Common, Elvish, and Sylvan. Or in this case, Common, Gekkotai, and Sylvan. But he doesn't have a speech, but they speak telepathically.
Yep. They form a bond.
Yeah.
Gecko tend to form a bond with one wolf. No, the type of chameleon that
Yeah.
Karma tends to form a bond with one person.
Yeah, so they can speak telepathically with one person of their... Well, that they have bonded with. And yeah, Karma has bonded with Frimlin. So...
Frimlin's okay with this.
And so they can speak, even though they're both stealthed, it doesn't break their stealth because the toads can't understand shit. They have a 2 intelligence, it doesn't matter. You tried to talk to them telepathically because they wouldn't understand you anyway. And you managed to walk past these 2. Karma is a little bit faster than... Karma is a lot faster, but he does not have 60 feet of movement. He has 30 feet of movement because he is lazy shit. And yeah, Frimlin, you also make it past the frogs undetected.
Excellent.
And do you put the eggs in a bag, or are you still holding them?
I think he'd put them in a bag for now.
Yep.
As soon as he gets to Grandma Cricket, he'll hand them over to her, though.
Yeah. You would have to use a little bit of your water to not dry them out completely, but not too much.
Also, they live in a swamp. I'm sure that
Yeah.
Frimlin has drank, is able to get water from that.
Yeah. I just remember that there's a reason why frogs lay eggs in water. Uh,
Yep.
but yeah, um, let's see. This looks like here we go. Um, it takes you about 10 more minutes to actually reach the crossroads you came through, and by that time, uh, you know exactly where you're going again.
Excellent.
And from there, I said it was about half. It took you about a day to reach this place because Karma is a lazy shit.
Yes.
So it is well and truly dark by the time you reach Bright Mallow.
But Frimlin does have a home sort of hung up somewhere in the trees here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
So I'm assuming that would have like earthenware pots and things.
Yeah, sure. Which ones would
So
you like of these? Currently on the map, you have, I think it's 8 hanging
let me see.
things. And I think this.
Cricket is up here, isn't she?
Yeah, that's Cricket's one.
So I'd say that Frimlin's would be this one.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
He likes to
Wrong
stay
map.
close, but also likes his privacy.
Yep, nice, nice.
Yep. So he'll go in there and he'll put some water into an earthenware pot and then put the eggs in that. He doesn't want to wake Grandma Cricket until it'd be a normal time for her to wake up.
Cool, cool.
And then he'll have a nap, but he doesn't need a long rest because he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, you haven't done anything right now.
He avoided your statue puzzle.
For now.
Just, I'm too dumb to live.
Yeah, it is well and truly dark by the time you get back to Bright Mallow, but you can see that some of the huts have lights on. One of them is Grandma Cricket's, but she's not on her usual porch, but you can see movement through the open door.
In that case, he probably would waddle over there.
Okay.
If the light's on, that means that she's at least awake.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'd wander in and he'd stick his head in the. Because I see these homes, they hang up. They don't really have doors. They've just got entrances.
Yeah.
And
They
I'd see
have
him.
like a wooden slat thing they can close to keep
Yeah.
the monkeys out, but that's about it.
Yeah. So he's going to poke his head in and just, hello?
And because I don't
Grandma
have a
Cricket.
proper token for her, she's gonna get a bullywug token. Oh, hi dear. How did it go?
Hi. Well, we dealt with the initial problem, but there's something else going on there, and I thought it prudent I come back and get your advice. They're not far from the place where there was well, there was an animated statue. We dispatched that, but not far from there, a little further on, there was a path, and in it there was a slab of rock in the center of a circle of statues, and I believe that it was used to bring the first one to life. And I'm not sure how to use it or what to do about it exactly. Also, I brought you a little present on the way back, and he'll hand her the earthenware jug with the giant frog eggs in it.
Oh dear. Oh, a present. Thank you so very, ever so much, dear. Uh, living statues?
Yes, they were
That
quite hard. It was quite hard to beat. It knocked Karma on the noggin, and he was. I'm not sure he's quite right yet.
I can hear you, you know.
I know you can hear me. I'm saying that you got hit on the head and you're not quite right.
Oh,
Or,
yes, that is true. Oh dear. Oh, but are you quite all right now,
I mean,
dear?
I'm okay, and well,
Huh.
Karma, how are you feeling?
I better.
He's okay too.
Oh, that is a great thing to hear. I'm so glad that well, that you came back. Okay. Um, she looks at you and like trying to see if there are any bruises or scrapes or anything like that that she needs to tend to.
Oh, we're okay.
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. Um, but you took care of the problem, you said?
Well, we took care of the first part of the problem. The living statue that was crushing everything in the trading area. But I'm not sure what to do about the, for lack of a better word, ritual circle with all the statues in it that have the potential to come to life if some deranged individual were to do their dark rituals or whatever it is. I'm not versed with that kind of magic. In fact, I've only come into my own magic rather recently.
Oh, yes, and you do it so well. You see her face turn
I'm
into that
flattered.
happy grandma kind of.
Yes, I'm flattered, but frankly, I'm still learning.
Oh, you'll be great one day. I can tell.
One day, if I live that long.
Oh, just be careful there. Um, about this ritual site, we should talk to the trader again, but I'm not sure. I think he went to town. No, wait. He's staying over at Melda's place.
Right,
Oh, she's hanging. She built her hut in the center of the village this time.
right. Of course she did. Well, well, do you think it's too late to give her a visit tonight?
Uh, Cricket walks over to her door, looks out, and looks over to the center. You can both tell that the lights are completely out in that hut, so you would have to wait till morning.
Right. She says, well, I think it may be too late. I wouldn't want to wake anyone up in the middle of the night. So I think me and Karma will go sleep. Uh, those frog eggs, I think, may be of use to you. I know that there are sometimes exotic pet traders coming through, and well, you're good with creatures. You're definitely good with me. In any case, yes, if you were to raise them up from tadpoles to frog spawn, I think that you could get uh, some use from them.
Oh, it is such a splendid gift. Thank you. I will absolutely try to raise these.
Most people aren't stupid enough to try and catch wild eggs. But I'm not the
You
smartest
did.
gecko. I'm not the smartest gecko in the clutch.
No, but you do have a good heart. You can see that
Well,
twinkle in her eye that she's just teasing you.
Thank you. And he's going to give her a little hug. And
Oh,
I'll
she's she's
see
just
you in the
goes, oh,
morning.
oh,
I'll see you in the morning and see what was her name?
Melda.
See what Melda says about the stones. It has something to do with colors and flowers, perhaps. I'm not sure about that, but I didn't want to fiddle with it and cause the sorry, cause the destruction of the entire village. You know.
Oh, I know. Magic.
Anyhow, I'll
Sorry.
yes. Go ahead.
Uh, Magic is such a wonderful but dangerous thing.
Yes, it certainly is. In any case, I think we've been traveling all day. That we should get a sleep. I should get some sleep, and so should Karma, before he falls off the tree branch he's sitting on and breaks his noggin.
You just hear white noise in your head as you try. As he's quickly falling asleep.
Karma, wake up, you great lump.
5 minutes.
No, you'll come across the road or come across the trees and sleep under my house.
You see one eye open blearily. Switch
Don't make
over.
me drag you by your tail.
Fine.
If I have to do that again, I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play Chameleon bagpipes with it.
Oh no. Don't like that.
No, you don't.
Fine.
And for the uninitiated, Chameleon bagpipes would be where he would grab the tail under his arm and bite the tip to make the
Yeah.
chameleon yowl.
Yep. Karma slowly makes his way across, following just behind. Like, the stats for the Valinor steed says it's 60 feet of movement, but that's for a horse. This is a giant lizard. So I'd say
Yes.
that he can move 30 feet.
Yes.
Uh,
Good God, puppy, why? Apologies if I
Yeah.
get annoyed. My dog has gas and it's terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. And yeah, the night passes relatively uneventful. You hear the glop glop of fish and some singing of frogs. Once or twice a breeze rustles your hut, but that is about it.
So comfortable things that he'd be very used to.
Yes.
Excellent.
The morning breaks and you feel your hut start swaying.
Oh, goodness.
And as you open your eyes, you once again see that monkey's head just looking down. He's hanging at the frame of your door, just upside down.
Well, good morning. You. He's going to look around in his hut for, some morsel to feed it, to appease it before it steals something of his. Like a piece of bread or, a tasty rug.
I mean, this is your hut. You managed to find it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah, so he'll find some scrap, probably the heel off a loaf of bread, and he'll toss it to the monkey. Not at the monkey, he doesn't pelt it, he sort of underarm tosses it.
Yeah. The monkey drops down and swoops in to catch it. For those who missed last time, this is a flying monkey. There are a lot of flying monkeys in this forest. This particular one tends to want to steal Frimlin's panpipes and play
Yeah,
with them.
and as he does that, just now be off with you. I've given you something to eat. Don't you be getting your grubby paws all over my instruments. Go on, show.
And the monkey prances out across your floor and then just jumps down and swoops away.
Frimlin is going to check that his panpipes are where they should be.
They're still there.
Excellent. He's going to lash those to his belt.
You see Karma sleeping on the ground just under your hut. There's no way he can get into the hut without breaking everything.
Yeah. So Frimlin will scamper down with his sticky toe pads and finger pads, and give Karma just a little bit of a shake. Just wake up, it's morning.
Once again, you see that slow eye opening, and the eye twitches around, focuses on you, and a morning already.
Morning already. Why don't you go find some snails or something for breakfast for yourself? I'm going to go talk to our friend.
Okay.
Center hut.
Karma stands up, twitches a little in an approximation of a stretch, and then slowly lumbers off to a shallower part of the swamp.
Excellent. Talking about swamp gas. God. Sorry, I am suffering.
Sure thing.
Okay, and Frimlin as actually he'd probably tell Grandma Cricket that he's getting ready to go over first, and then head over. So it would just be a quick courtesy call to tell her that he's going to have this conversation in case she wanted to sit in.
Yeah.
And
Grandma Cricket hands you a basket of various fruits. Just like one of those. Here, we bring this. And Melda is a very self-important gecko. So bringing a gift is always a good idea.
Right. So yes, he will do that, and as he's picked up these this basket of fruit, on the way around, I think he'll pop down to this area for like 3 or 4 minutes, pick a little posy of those nice purple and blue flowers we can see there.
Yep.
And then head over to visit Melda.
Yep.
Giving her the flowers and the fruit all in one.
Yes. You find her sitting just inside her door. She's looking out over the swampy bits just south of her. There's like a deeper bit of the swamp and an island from that she can see.
Excellent. Miss Melda.
Huh.
Yeah, come in.
Of course. Do, please.
Excellent. We have some news about, the area surrounding the trading area. We encountered something that I'm not quite sure how to explain. Well, I guess I could explain it, but I didn't want to go meddling in affairs that I'm not well versed in. without first getting an expert opinion. Yeah, these are for you. And he'll hand over the basket and the bouquet.
Oh, m- really nice gift. Thank you. And
You're very
expert.
welcome.
Yeah, oh, yes. And you would come to me, obviously. Yes, of course.
Of course, yes.
Yes. Um, it, I heard something about a bit of trouble, but would mind
It was an
this?
animated statue.
Oh, I haven't heard of those since I went to the big city.
Well, we've got either some very good or very bad news for you then. Uh, Not far from where the statue was rampaging, I followed some tracks, me and Karma, my chameleon, and we found, for lack of a better term, a ritual circle with a stone slab in the center with 8 holes that seemed to correspond to 8, though many were broken or out of use statues, and these holes, when flowers were, well, the right colored flower was put in the hole, it seemed to somewhat activate the statue. I took them out, of course, because I wasn't sure exactly how to command them or what they'd do if left to their own devices, but I'm not entirely sure it's a good idea for that to be sitting out there on its own where anybody, any fool could come across it and meddle.
Of of course. It sounds like you did a very good thing, young man. And you
Well,
you
thank you.
can easily detect that condescending tone in her voice. Oh,
I'm flattered you think so.
oh,
He understands this and is
yeah.
still puffing smoke up his skirt, basically.
Yeah. Um, I, when I was in the big city, and it wasn't all that. I did go there when I was very young, almost your
Of
age.
course.
Um, but they were talking about circles, or not circles, uh, towers, or one of those
Towers?
fancy buildings that um
Oh, those permanent ones.
yes, they
Oh, God,
made
those.
um this absolutely astonishingly handsome young man. I had the pleasure, well, I'd say he had the pleasure of encountering me on several occasions. He told me about a long, long time ago, elves would come here
Oh,
to our forest. This was long before, well, long before the gekkotai had even awoken to our current glory. But
right.
elves and other of the elder races would come to, or elder folk, I should say, my apologies, would come to our forests and build these towers to bind energy, I think he said it was. And sometimes they would hide things in these towers as well,
Right.
powerful things.
So, do you think this, well, it didn't exactly look like a tower. There was no structure above it, was there?
Oh, these were many moons ago, thousands of seasons.
Hmm.
So
Well, I
the
suppose it
obvious
could be.
conclusion would have been that they have fallen apart.
Hmm. Right. Well, how do we go about investigating this without putting everyone in danger.
Did you see any clues or anything left behind?
A flower?
No, nothing more? Just a flower?
There was a thing, wasn't there? Was there?
There was a thing.
My noggin is broken. What was that thing?
You found a bit of tapestry lodged under one of the statues.
Right, I was going to investigate and completely forgot. Oh, there was a bit of tapestry, but I didn't get a good look. It was stuck under one of the statues, and I didn't want to get too close. You understand?
Oh,
I had spent the morning earlier, being pommeled by its brother.
oh, such a ghastly fate. I completely understand. This, you said there were holes for flowers?
Oh, there were holes for something, and there was a flower in the northernmost one, a red one. When I switched it out for other colors, it deactivated. But once the red flower was back in, its eyes glowed red. That's right, its eyes glowed red.
Yeah.
Same with the southernmost one. I tried other flowers on that, and it seems to be activated by blue.
That does sound familiar. I have an excellent memory, you understand, but that sounds familiar.
I don't.
Yeah, she rolled a 17 on her history check, so she knows exactly what she's looking for. I do have a quite impressive library. Give me just a moment, and I have something written down somewhere. And she walks over to her impressive library. Is a stack of 6 books, and she quickly bends down to look at the spines, and she pulls one out. It once upon a time it had a very nice leather binding, but living in a nomadic village in a swamp has not done wonders for this book.
Oh goodness.
And it's very clear that she doesn't read. She only remembered that this might be important because sheer luck, probably.
Eh.
And she holds it like it's like the crown jewels of the Semmerfeld duchies. And now you understand that this is very, very important.
Of course.
It took a lot of persuasions, even from me, to get this book from my dear friend over in the big city. And she'll hand over the book to you.
And he's going to very gingerly leaf through it.
Yeah.
And I believe Frimlin should be able to read.
Yeah. It's written in common, so...
Yeah, and he's a bard, so of course he can read.
Absolutely. It is a little bit difficult. Some of the pages are stuck together. Swamp air pages.
Would prestidigitating those clean help?
For now, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So he'd very carefully he doesn't have mending, he only has prestidigitation.
Yeah.
But he'd prestidigitate the dirt and the like off the pages as he's turning them to make it, 1, easier to read, and 2, easier to pull apart without damaging the book.
Yep. Give me a investigation check real quick.
Investigation. I have a +1 to that. So that is an 11.
Nice, you needed to beat a 10, so...
I just beat a 10.
Yeah, it was more to see how well you could see the pages. Like, They
Excellent.
yeah. It takes you a
So
few
what? He's got like
minutes,
his little snoot touching the book right now.
basically. It takes you,
Sorry, Balloon.
yeah, it takes you a good uh, half an hour to just try to prestidigitate each of the pages so you don't break them. But eventually you get to, uh, like, you start getting hints about what she was talking about, this history of the towers and their use. And yeah, you find the passage where it talks about the hidden compartments, and then towards the end of the chapter in this, you find scribbled in the side, barely legible. Um, it says, where did I put that? What does it say? It says, um, link to other towers? Question mark. And there is a scribbled or yeah, a scribbled image that looks somewhat like you were looking at. Someone has basically drawn an egg with some runes on it.
Right. And is there a translation to that
Uh,
in common?
no, the runes have not been translated, unfortunately.
Uh,
But they look
you
very
would
similar to the ones you saw.
you wouldn't happen to know what these runes mean, would you?
Would you remember that? I'm rolling my new metal dice right now. I'm so happy with them. Oh, she actually does remember. That is surprising. Um,
Excellent.
uh, but she puts a padded finger up to her chin, looking at the ceiling, and then you can see the light bulb go off over her head, and oh, I have not had the inclination to learn old dead languages, but I do believe that these runes are from the countries in the north. There were a well, of course, you know the history of our world and the door over to the that other
Of course.
place. Um,
Yes.
but north of that is a land covered in ice. You know where the ice giants and the like the frost giants and the cloud giants live? You have heard about this region, right? She looks at you like,
Yes, I see. Has he? Has he heard about the region?
probably like a fairy tale,
I've
but
heard stories, but I wasn't sure how much stock to put in that.
oh, there are giants. Well, I haven't had a
Giants.
chance to see them myself because no one in the right mind goes up there.
Right.
But there was a group of elves that moved up there all the way from Aurora up to the north on the other side of the planet and settled there and learned this script that looks just like this.
That's a long way to travel.
It is. I don't understand why. I mean, elves live so long their brains are probably scrambled.
Oof, I'd agree with that.
And no one.
But
Sorry.
other than that, uh, how? Well, I guess all I want to know is what people were doing with this this information. This this spell what's what I'm looking for? Who decided to animate the statue and what kind of rituals they were trying to perform and why. Mostly why.
Oh, that is beyond what I know. I feel
Of
that
course,
no one living today would have any reason to play with magic such as that.
well, I certainly don't like it.
It doesn't seem safe at all.
No. Perhaps there's a way to break the summoning slab.
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that, dear. But I do thank you for your gifts.
Oh, don't mention it. You're very welcome.
Now, I am terribly busy today, so if there was nothing else...
No, I think I'm okay. You've been a great help. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, yeah, as he sort of I suppose. We'll give you back your book then, I suppose.
Thank you. And she takes the book from you, uh, goes back to the pile and just plops it at the top of it.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have some paper and charcoal or graphite with you, would you?
Hmm. As a matter of fact, a person of my scholarly interests would always have that. And she walks over to a earthenware jar in a corner and shoves her hand inside. Comes out with a bit of charcoal that you can see it's from a fireplace. It's not meant to be written with.
It'll
And she walks over to a basket and pulls out 3 sheets of crumpled paper. It's not like in a ball crumpled, but it has been shoved in there. And walks back over and with a flourish hands both items over to you.
Well, thank you. I intend to take some rubbings of the runes
That is a
in
splendid
order.
idea.
Yes, in order to document them. Maybe if you or somebody else got a closer look, they'd be able to shed some light on the situation.
I tell you what, dear, I'm going to do you an enormous favor. Um,
Oh,
I'm going to send word to my friend in the big city and see if, well, when you have the rubbings, of course, if
of
he can
course.
help. I believe that he would feel that it would be a great honor to be asked. So I'm going to be, well, when you return, I will send word to him.
Of course. And I'll do my best to get the rubbings of this tablet. Should I meet him in the city then?
We shall see. He might even be interested in coming here to see me again. You know,
Well,
it's been
yes,
so very long.
I'm sure you're quite the catch.
Well, yes.
If they can catch you, that was.
You're such a rascal, young ones. I don't believe that he can climb trees though, so perhaps not. He's
Oh,
a
he's
human, you know.
a human.
I know.
Well, you are adventurous.
Yeah, and she does that, putting her hand on her chin, and her skin turns slightly darker. Uh,
So scandalous. I love it.
Now, I am ever so busy, so unfortunately,
Of course.
if there's anything else, do let me know.
Of course. And if the prettiest girl in the entire village wants anything from me, of course, she knows where to find me.
I
And
do.
he'll wink at her, which is
Oh.
basically covering one eye with his tongue, and then scamper down the tree.
Yeah. As you leave, you hear a muttering that from her. There's basically, oh, the prettiest. Oh, of course he has an eye for beauty. Oh, he is a bard after all. She is not very smart.
No, but he got the information he wanted,
Yep.
vaguely.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty.
Melda is not very smart at all.
Love her.
Yes. So.
So,
Ow. Now, I really quickly need to go and unhydrate, so how about we take
absolutely.
a 5-minute break and then we come back because we're at the
Absolutely.
half time or halfway.
Yep, I am going to, while that's happening then, just gently rub my puppy belly.
Aw, poor puppy. But yeah, we shall be right back after a 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere unless it's, unhydrate, grab some water. Don't vanish. That was what I wanted to say. So, be right back. Hi, we're back. um, what was I thinking? Oh yeah. So you now have a choice of going back to do the rubbings or, investigate further. Huh? It will take you roughly a day to travel up to the ruins again, with karma being karma.
Light a firecracker under Karma's butt. No, let's not. But
I mean,
no, I think he will go to the ruins and take a rubbing of the ruins.
cool.
And potentially even mark them down, like write a handwritten set for himself as well. You're breathing
Cool.
on my elbow and it's really cold. Please stop.
You know what I love the most about this right now? Is that once I've placed the tokens on the map, I can switch scenes back and forth, and the tokens will stay where you placed them.
That is epic.
I love
that.
it. I absolutely love it. It's not like Fantasy Grounds where you had to place it where you wanted it every time.
Fantasy Grounds was a little buggy.
It's a little, yeah. It's a great thing to do. Like Dag does miracles, magic things with Fantasy Grounds. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. It is too complicated for me.
Dag is epic, though.
Dag is
you're
epic.
Too, but
oh, thank
Dag
you.
does this professionally.
Yes.
And we're only starting out with
yeah.
No.
Yeah, Dag is a wizard with like all of this thing, so.
Yeah, I'm hoping they actually integrate this properly into D&D Beyond at some point, like buy it or whatever. That would be epic.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, this is free to use.
King my elbow.
And it's just a browser plugin. But yeah. We are not sponsored by Above VTT. Would love to be, but not sponsored. We're just fans. I'm just a fan of this.
And you, if they want to sponsor us,
hi.
Hi.
That would be amazing, though. But yeah, it takes you roughly a day to get to the ruins, meaning that it's going to be unless you stopped
Another
on the
big one.
way, it's going to be middle of the night once you get here.
I think it's one of those things where he'll sleep when he gets there,
Okay, yep.
kind of thing. He does want to check that these statues are still where they were left, though, like, and that there is no flower put back in the
Yeah,
that,
no.
in the
The
slab.
the stone is completely void of flowers, and the statues seem to be where you left them.
Excellent.
Can I actually? No. I was checking if there was like a time of day thing you could do, but no.
No. Okay.
I mean, this is a volunteer project. You can't expect everything to work immediately.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, Frimlin is going to, go curl up somewhere comfortable, potentially with Karma.
Sure thing. Yep, Karma lays down with his side towards, where are you? There you are. Here, because this is almost a full wall, so one side would be completely protected. And then there's a
Excellent.
tree above you, so you're basically protected from the sky as well.
Excellent. So yeah, Frimlin will snuggle in. Uh, I believe both are cold-blooded, so it's not like they'd be trying to use each other's heat to stay warm.
Yeah, both would be
But
cold-blooded.
they'd be. I think Karma is probably more pudgy than the cold, hard ground. So
Hmm.
he's going to sort of use Karma as a mattress, for lack of a better term, as he sleeps.
Roll me a d8, please.
A D8.
Yeah.
That is the one with the 8 on it.
Yep, it is.
That is a 6.
Cool, cool. So you fall asleep under this tree with Karma's side towards the wall. All around you is the sound of the jungle at night. Just few bugs. There are no bird song or monkeys or anything like that around you.
Good.
The area is black, pitch black, aside from the moonlight. And since you're under a tree, it doesn't really filter down that much. So the region around the area around you is lit by moonlight, but you're in shadow. And about 6 hours in, you hear this ungodly crash.
Oh no.
Why was that so low? That was that's the one I wanted.
Oh shit.
And as you wake up, you see the whole sky is just covered in these bolts. Look like lightning bolts if lightning bolts were red and pink.
Wow, that's not good.
And they seem to be centering on a specific point further up. Like, it's hard to see from where you're at where this point would be, because there are so many trees around you, and so like rainforest, tall trees is very hard to see. But
Right.
from the movement of this lightning, it seems to move towards a point in the sky.
Wow. Well, I'm not sure how to investigate that. I can't exactly fly.
And you hear
How
that.
far up in the sky?
Huh?
Like, this is, like, up in the sky. There's no way to
Yeah,
get
no.
up there.
This is cloud level. phenomenon.
Right. Just I think we ought to take cover for a moment, see what's going on.
Yeah,
This is some weird weather.
I don't like
It's
this.
unnatural.
I don't like this at all.
What to? Hmm. No, me either. We should. Whatever's happening, it's obviously happening to uh, this spot. Uh, we should keep close, but out of danger. Uh, off to the side, outside of the rings.
Yes. I thought there was a fly in my headphone.
No, I can hear it too.
Yeah, it's from the sound effects. Where's the bloody... Where's the fly effect? You're ruining it for me. Bloody insect. There we go.
Bloody square reason.
Yes. There we go.
Excellent. Itchy noggin.
There we go. Let's
So,
see.
yeah, trying to keep view on the statues and the
Yeah.
tablet. Frimlin would like to sort of potentially, so get up not so high that lightning is going to strike him if it so wishes, but high up enough that he can see over the rocks to
Mhm.
the center of the rings, just in case.
Yep. Um, there you are. As you move outside, just a few minutes later, why is it not happening? Where's my... There we go. So yeah, that thunder is right above you at the whole time, and this whole area, it seems to be lit up by like moonlight, but you look up and you can see that these flashes cover, like it blocks moonlight completely. The whole sky is lit up. And then down from the southwest, you see a glowing apparition come up, floating just like half an inch over the ground, moving towards the stone slab. It stops for a moment, looks around, and then to the stone slab, and then over to where you had been laying. And you can see this long flowing, what looks like hair all around the body. And it is very hard to make out any form of features because of the wispy nature of this apparition. But from that, those are mine. It is, yeah, it's hard to make out any facial features or anything like that. Cat! No! Mine! Thank you. But as they turn, a bit of the hair flows away and you can see the distinct pointed ear of an elf. And then they turn around again as if searching for something. And then they move down to the southernmost of the statues, turning to look. And then a hand goes up and caresses the cheek of the statue before turning around and going up to the the northernmost and doing the same.
Let me look at something real quick on
Mhm.
Frimlin. He does have charm person. He'll hold off on that first. I think he's going to make himself known. Just, ooh, it's a bit of weather we're having, isn't it? As he sort of pops down from a tree.
Yeah. The specter.
Oh, it's a spectre.
Yes.
Excellent.
The specter turns around to look at you and opens its mouth as if saying something, but you can't hear what. No words come out, no sounds come out. Where are you standing in relation to this?
So the spectre is up there.
Yeah.
He's sort of popped down and he's I think he's wandered over. He's sort of standing on the stones here.
Okay. That's not how you do that. No. There you are. Once again, yeah, they turn to you and it looks like they're talking, but there's no sound, no words coming out. Being this close, you can see that you can clearly, well, being closer, you can clearly see that this looks like an elven woman, but her clothing is ancient.
Hmm. I'm sorry. No, it's a woman, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, lass, but I'm afraid I can't hear you. Um. You may have to find another way to make your intentions known.
She tilts her head and part of her seems to solidify, like her facial features, her hair becomes more solid, and her hands, like all of her seems to be more,
More like
yeah, more corporeal.
right.
You can still see straight through her, but it looks like it's more like looking through glass than looking through smoke. And then you hear, "Who are you?" Could you even hear that?
Who am I? Yeah, who am I? Sorry, no,
Yeah.
I was trying to think. I'm Frimlin. I'm one of the local gekkotai. I was and he's thinking about. I was hunting in the area, and I got caught too far from home to go back in a single day. So I thought that this area would provide me shelter. But apparently the weather saw fit to to show me different, and I got caught in this strange localized storm. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes, who are you?
My name. And you see her. Sorry. You see her hesitate for a moment, as if thinking really hard. Confusion falls over her face for a moment, and she looks back to the statue. She looks at you, and then she smiles softly. I I was called Dyrel.
Tyrell.
Yeah,
Right. And what are you called now?
there,
Or would you prefer me to use your given name, Tyrell?
there is no one left to call me anything.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, lass.
I do not,
What are you? Sorry, go ahead.
I do not know that feeling.
No, you don't know sorrow.
I, I do not remember sorrow.
Then by far you're one of the luckiest of all of us. What are you doing out in these stones, in this ruin?
Waiting.
For what?
The return.
Of whom?
My people.
And she's sort of elvish, so she's not. Who are your people?
I can hear them. I can feel them.
From where?
They have wandered so far.
And soon they'll have returned?
Yes.
Right. How do they return?
By land, by sea, by dream.
Right. That's very cryptic.
I
Itchy.
I speak only the truth.
Right. And what are your people's aims? What are they coming here for? Into this swamp, no less.
To find what was taken.
What was taken?
Our homes.
Your homes.
They
From the swamp?
no. Our homes to the west. He hid it from us, took it from us.
Hid what?
The key.
He.
The key to release us.
I see. What does that key look like?
It is a crystal.
A crystal.
A blood red crystal. I have
Blood red.
looked for it for so long.
Well, I have heard of people cutting jewels into new shapes to sell them on with less likelihood that they'll be recognized. Could that possibly have happened to it? And if not, what other than the color might be an identifying mark on this crystal?
I do not recognize your people.
We are a young race, gekkotai. We come from the swamps. We live simple lives. for the most part.
You were not around when we were cast out.
No. But that doesn't mean we can't help. Or at least I can't help.
You wish to help.
I don't like the idea of a people being removed from their homes, so I would be inclined to, at the very least, do some research into this and find out what I can.
I thank you, young one. With that, you see a foot solidify as grass breaks under a sudden weight. She comes closer, and you can tell that she becomes more and more solid as the thunder becomes louder and louder. Now if I can get this thing to...
Yes.
And despite like the look of slight transparency still, she looks up at you. You said you were sitting on top of a wall, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she looks up at you, and you can tell her eyes are completely white. There's no indication that there is a pupil or an iris at all.
Well, considering he's got weird gecko eyes, that doesn't bother him nearly as much as it might a human or an elf.
Yeah. And her clothes are in a cut that you've only seen in books. Like, we're talking... Oh yeah, give me a history check real quick.
History check.
Yes.
He is a bard. He's probably history. I've got a +1 to history. And that is a 6. He is rolling poorly today.
Yeah, you know you should know where this comes from. This you have read about this kind of outfits before. You see images flashing of, I have read this, but why can't I remember the information?
We might have to. I'm rather. He's thinking that he may have to go back and look through some old fairy tales and storybooks of
Yeah.
the days of old.
She's also not dressed for being in a jungle. It is heavy clothing. Similar to what you would wear in like really cold climates.
I see. He's trying. Sorry, I'm going to yawn. Now, he's trying to think about this place. He's sort of determined that it may be a fallen tower or something, but he wants to less about the architecture of the place, more about the previous geography. He's trying to rack his brain on the history of the natural world here and whether this was ever a place of ice and snow.
This far down, this near the equator, this place has never been covered by ice or snow. It was a lot colder, but not that cold.
Right. So he's going... You don't look like you're dressed for the jungle, lass.
I was not. No.
Where were you from originally? I'm sorry if I asked this before, but I'm kind of looking for a potentially a place name or something that I could use as a lead.
My people wandered far from where I do not know the name, but it is where the great dragon now rests.
The great dragon. Right. I've never seen a dragon.
There are no dragons?
They're on.
Then we won.
Yeah, there are no dragons here, right, Adam?
No, there's only one realm where the dragons now live, and
Right.
Frimlin would know that from when her saying "then we won," you suddenly have a time frame.
Right.
The dragons were expelled from the material plane about how many thousands? About 15,000 years ago.
Oh. Goodness. Last, there have been no dragons in this plane for, some 15,000 years.
Oh,
You're, well out of time. Your time now. And, into a much more, modern world.
it has. I have waited that long.
Yes?
Then our
But
freedom cannot be stopped.
that sounds almost ominous. What are your plans when, you get free?
Return home. I want to go home again.
And your home is, north, yes?
Yes.
What's north? Other than, like, ice?
North of here you have the. Let's see. You're in Iktar, so north of. Why can't I remember my own damn geography? So north of Iktar, you would have part of the continent, and then you would have the Dragon's Rest Islands, and then the Rhinelands.
Right.
And she did
And are there
mention,
settlements up there?
huh?
Are there settlements up there then? Like,
Yes. You know that in southern parts of the Rhinelands is settled by a bunch of people, Goliaths from Cynadel, mainly, but also humans and in some extent elves and dwarves. What strikes you is that part where she says where the dragon rests.
right. Is it? Sorry, I'm getting my campaigns mixed up here.
Yeah.
Is there a place in your world called Dragon's Rest?
Yes.
Yes. And that is populated.
Now
Heavily?
it's very populated.
Yeah.
Um,
Just last. I hope you don't mind sharing your ancestral home with others. If you live in Dragon's Rest, there's lots of people living there now.
People have settled.
Oh yes, it's been 15,000 years, lass. You've got to understand. Life goes on, people move, and cities and settlements grow and pop up like trees, and erode like rocks in a stream.
Hmm. I do not know. You see confusion on her face, and then almost like frustration. And she tries to find. You can tell that she's trying to find the right words, and I do not know how I think about this. How to feel. Do I remember this feeling? Do I? It makes me glad to know that people have settled on the burial grounds. And it makes me not sad. I do not remember that. Angry that others live in my home.
Well, and I don't mean to be rude, lass, but, love, but, your home was, vacated some time ago. It's not to say that you don't have a claim to it, of course, but, when something lays empty for that long, you've got to be, you've got to understand that, others will, of course, claim it for themselves. Uh, they wouldn't have had any idea that your people would return. But that's not to say that you couldn't coexist and live in harmony with them. There are several settlements in the world where various races come together and live in harmony and
I do.
relative peace.
Yes, I do remember this.
Yes, and
My.
there's nothing that says that your people couldn't do the same. They'd probably welcome you in with open arms.
I would like that. But I feel my people do not. They have another goal.
What's the goal?
To take down the one who cursed us.
Who was that?
I do not know his name. It was very recent.
Very recent.
You have
How'd
told
he do it?
he banished us from his lands. Banished them, not us. And told them to wander forever.
Where were the lands?
To the west.
The
It
west.
was south, no, west, south. So many memories in my head. So many dreams.
I wish I could help you make sense of it all. Perhaps I can. I'm not sure how well this will help, but it's worth a try. And he's going to shoot her a bardic inspiration.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she feels warmer and she smiles broadly at you. Um, Another crackle splits the sky just over your heads, and she turns her head to look up at the sky, and she turns away from you to look at the stone slab. And then
I'm not sure how that contraption works exactly, but there was a lot of rigmarole with flowers and shining eyes of statues. We decided to leave it alone.
it is not dangerous.
Well, you say that, but when I came here earlier, uh, one of the statues tried to smush my life out, and I didn't like that at all.
Oh, someone tried to break the puzzle and they failed.
What is the puzzle?
You were on the right track with the flowers.
One of each color corresponds to one of each of the statues. Yes,
Not the statues.
not the statues.
No.
I'm not sure
One
then.
One flower for one sight. One
Right,
flower for one tower.
I see. And there are 8.
Yes.
And the colors are important.
Yes.
I see.
Are you
And what does
familiar?
it do?
It
Sorry,
opens the door.
I see.
Are you familiar with the painter's wheel?
I mean, vaguely, I'm a bard, but painting is not my strong suit. I'm more of a musician, but
What?
we you it's the red, yellow, or red, orange, yellow, that thing, right?
Yes.
The what do they call it? The spectrum.
Yes.
I'm familiar with that at least.
My.
So we'd go around in a circle, yes?
Yes.
I see.
For keeping me company and giving me the gift of conversation at last. I will give you the clue to this wheel.
I'd welcome it. Thank you.
Take the flowers that you find, place them in the painter's wheel, going as, let's see, what would that be? Follow the sun across the sky.
I understand.
I have no more time.
Well, it was wonderful to talk with you, and I wish you well.
I will return. I always return. This is my place now.
Of course. And perhaps when your thoughts are less muddled, you could talk to our young ones about the times before. I'm sure they'd love it.
If they come to visit, I would love it. But
I'll let the elders know.
who gets to what first? That's the question. If my people find the key, I will be free and no longer here.
I suppose that's the goal.
It is.
Yes. And I'll do what I can to help you. I don't like to see anything caged.
I guess you could call this a cage.
I would.
And she turns up to look at the sky, and you can see the first inklings of. Oh, sorry, cat! I just elbowed my cat in the head.
Ah, poor kitty.
He just jumped up on my chair, and I put my arm down at the same time.
No.
Kitty. You can see the first rays of dawn, uh, just in between the flashes of this pink and red lightning.
Oh, that's quite beautiful.
I'm sorry, cat. I'm sorry, kitty. Uh, and
I'm just being aggressively kicked by my puppy because, attention.
yeah. As her face is still turned up towards the sun, you see her starting to go back to that wispy, incorporeal form she was at first. And
Excellent.
as the lightning recedes, cat, I want to be able to actually see what I'm doing. You see.
No. You elbowed him in the head now. You need to deal with him.
I know. Hi, kitty. Hi.
Okay.
I didn't hit him hard though.
That's fair.
You see her form just turn into a pink and white smoke almost, and it moves over to the northernmost statue. And for a fraction of a moment, you can swear that as she lifts her hand up to touch it, you see another hand clasp hers before both vanish.
Oh, goodness. That was strange. Karma, did you see all that?
I have no idea what that was.
I don't know, but she's given me the secret to the slab. I believe that's a door. I could open it. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Don't understand. Who was that?
A ghost, I think.
Should. Cat, you're sitting on my dice. Cat? Oh, there it is. I was wondering where my d4 went. It was under his paw.
Oh no. I don't want you to aggressively lick yourself because that's how you get hot spots. Please stop. Big yawn. I'm sorry if you heard that.
Karma walks closer to the slab, looking at it, and looks over at you. One eye is on the slab, and the other one is on you.
You're doing that again.
It is convenient.
I know, but the one time I tried it, I had a headache for a month.
You need practice.
I most certainly don't need practice. I'm half certain that that's why your brain's the way it is. And I don't want to muddle mine. Yes, that, exactly. Oh.
Karma
He is saying this affectionately as he's scratching his scales.
Karma fixes both eyes on you, and she gave you the key.
She gave me the secret. The key is a riddle. Puzzle.
You're very loud.
Sorry?
No, not you. the music.
Ah. Yeah, the key is a puzzle. I'm certain we can crack it. I understand the spectrum, and all we need is 7, 8 flowers. Yes, 8 flowers. Uh, one of each color from the ones around here. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Uh, well, purple or indigo and violet. If we
Shall we?
put those. Hmm?
Shall
Oh, I think
we?
so. I mean,
Okay.
she said it wasn't dangerous, so I'm confident that it won't smush out waves or anything like that. Why don't we see what's on the other side? Yes. If you're a game on game.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go picking some flowers.
Nice. Karma wanders off towards the southwest.
Now, Karma, don't you eat the flowers, yes?
He looks at you with one eye, quiet, and then keeps walking. Like, didn't hear you there. La 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 la
Mm,
la.
He's going to eat the flowers. I'm going to have to get them one of each myself because I know what he's like.
Yeah, you can find all the flowers around uh, this ruin.
Excellent. And yeah, as he finds them, he's going to one at a time place them in order in the holes.
Yeah, as you place each of the flowers, the first, the red one, you see the eyes of the statue light up. Same with the blue one in the south. When you place the other ones, you hear fizzling sounds from the broken statues. And if you look at the ones that are not broken, you see the same thing happen to them. As you place the last of the flowers, you hear a crackling sound far off in the distance.
Oh, that's not good. Or perhaps it is. I'm not sure.
And to the north of you, there's quickly a pillar of purple light that seems almost fractured, and that comes up and then falls apart as if someone has broken ice. And then the stone in the stone slab itself lights up. The runes take on this aquamarine kind of hue, and then you see a jagged opening. Not jagged as in like broken, but perfectly squared teeth almost that interlock, just pull apart, and the whole stone slab just opens up. And inside it, you find a bunch of boxes, like wooden boxes.
Oh, goodness. He's going to very cautiously tiptoe in there and have a look in these boxes.
Sure thing. So yeah, you walk over to the stone slab, and the boxes are, some of them are just very simple wooden boxes, and there are two of them that are ornately carved.
Oh, these are beautiful.
Once again covered in runes, but also in stylized imagery. So you would have what looks like on around along the bottom of it, you have what looks like two dragon heads looking at each other, You know those like on Viking boats or Viking imagery?
I get you, yeah.
Those kind of dragons.
Hmm. Right. And are these openable?
Yeah,
So
the
yeah, he'd like to.
yeah, they're a little bit tough to open, but they're not locked.
Yeah, so he'd carefully open them up and take a peek inside.
Yeah. Inside one of these ornate boxes, you find a collection of tiny, tiny gemstones. They look like quartz crystals on a string. And very clearly not from this area. You have not seen quartz, like clear quartz like this in this area at all.
Right.
And they have been cut almost like because I don't know the cut, I'm gonna say they look like a D12. I don't know what the cut is
Okay.
called.
Is that a dodecahedron?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
So, and there are 6 of them on a leather string. And in the other one, you find a turquoise earthenware jar, very slim, with a wooden a cork stopper, and the stopper holds a piece of leather in place. And this vial, this earthenware vial, contains a healing salve that will give you advantage on death saves
Excellent.
and will also heal you for 1d6 plus 2 health points. There are 2 doses in this one.
Excellent. He is going to slip that around his neck.
And yeah, you can tell that this is like some form of earthenware, but it has been painted before being fired. Or was
Being
it?
fired.
Yeah.
Excellent. And this necklace, does it seem magical in any sense?
No, not really. It's a pretty necklace, but it doesn't seem to hold any necklace. Necklace. It is a necklace. Magic.
Hmm. So I think he'll hold that aside just in case he needs to, bribe a certain member of the village for more information at some point.
Yep, yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, the rest of the boxes contain what looks like, clothing clasps and very simple fastenings, but also seeds and in one what looks like a bird's egg.
Hmm. It's probably long.
Oh yeah, the egg is long dead.
Yeah, but it's a pretty trinket.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, he'll carefully put that away. And can he recognize the seeds?
Uh, Give me a nature check.
Nature. That is under. And I've got a +1 to that. And that is a 13.
Yeah, with a 13, you can tell that some of the seeds, they look like apple seeds. You also have what looks like why am I brain blanking on like seed? You have wheat. What is the collective word for wheat, oats? Yeah,
Grain.
those grains. Thank you. It looks like grains of some kind.
Okay.
So yeah, you have and you have what looks like some form of pumpkin, but you can't tell more than that with the 13.
Okay. So, Frimlin has decided that he's under the impression that he's going to be going off on some kind of big adventure soon. As he goes along, he's
Mhm.
not sure if these seeds would be viable or not, but he's going to plant them along the roadways of wherever he goes, because in generations hence, they should, if they are viable, grow up into nice big trees or wild grains and things for horses and people to eat.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, Basically, the way the gekkotai live, this would be a thing that would be very much inherent in them. That
Mhm.
they scatter seeds about and cultivate the land naturally because they're kind of hunter gatherers.
Yeah.
So they would do this wherever they'd go as a courtesy to others
Mhm.
to make foraging easier along the way.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So that's his plan for the seeds.
Yeah, and with the mysterious light in the distance fading off, well, breaking off into what looks like crystalline rain, and this stone slab open before you, a new adventure waiting for you around the corner, and a level up happening next time.
Yay.
This is where we're going to leave this session.